Alright everybody, welcome back. Today we are reviewing WandaVision. Watched this show when it came out and I gotta say, pretty good. Let's get into why. But before I do, be sure to like and subscribe as usual. Thank you so much for being here. So this show came out earlier this year and I didn't review it then. And all in all, I think it's a really good show. It's only 8 episodes, and each episode is only about 22 minutes long. Some are 30, 40 minutes. The last one is about 40 minutes of actual video time. And I think one of the biggest things with this series is that it offers a lot, but you feel like you want more. Like each episode is most of the episodes are very, very interesting. We'll talk about in that it's very, very enticing, but sometimes you feel a little bit cheated because it's too short. And I know a lot of fans were disappointed in this show because they had huge, huge expectations. And I don't think it's fair to grade a show based on expectations, so I'm going to try that. So the fact that Doctor Strange didn't show up or the X-Men didn't show up, try to not let that fact whether or not I think the show is a good show and ultimately time. Spoiler alert, I do think that. I think this is a really good show. It's not a perfect show. I think it's borderlining on a great show. It's definitely a good show with great moments, but not every episode is great. Specifically, episode 7. Episode 7 was definitely the lull in the series. It's the last one before the finale, and it's basically a massive flashback and just leaves you right where you're left off at episode 6, and you're wondering how they're going to wrap it all. They managed to do that. The season finale is good. It's interesting. It develops the characters out and concludes the story nicely. This is a very confined story within its no cliffhangers. It leaves it open, but there's no big cliffhangers or really big at least yeah, but episode 7 was a bit of an issue for me, although I feel like from a storytelling perspective it's important to do what they did and give you that backstory. It's just it's unfortunate that they had to do it in the way they did it, and to be fair, I don't know a better way to do what they did in episode 7, so I can't judge them too harshly. It's just last one before the finale, I was thinking, go somewhere. Can we? So the show does slow down a little bit, but all in all, I think it keeps a pretty darn good pace. I think the first 3 episodes are probably the most interesting, mainly because they're mystery and they're the most charming. The show starts off being very, very charming and very likable. Something new, something fresh. But of course, it being a Marvel property, it eventually can become Marvel property. And, the mystery starts to unfold and things start to unravel and the Marvelness starts to unfold. And all in all, I think it's a pretty good, well-structured show. I thought the finale was pretty solid and it tied everything up well. So I think mainly there was just some letdowns, as in it felt like there were some things that just didn't lead anywhere. I think there was a lot of potential for different things to happen that didn't quite happen. I know I said I wasn't going to try to allow the fact that Doctor Strange didn't show up to affect the show, because honestly, by the time you get to episode 6, there's no way that you can shoehorn Doctor Strange in, have it make sense, because the show is so self-contained. I would expect if they wanted to bring in like different characters, I would expect it to open up gradually so that it would make sense. But once you get to episode 7, I basically figured out, as episode 6 and 7, I've understood, hey, this is a self-contained show. They're not there, because that would be kind of ridiculous to cram everything in and have it be heavy. It could be good, but I feel like that would be difficult to do. Well, so it is a very self-contained show, pretty good, and I'm not gonna ramble on too much longer. Honestly, in conclusion, it's good fun. You know, it's not a great. It's good fun with great moments. I wouldn't say it's a necessary, amazing, great show, but if you're looking for something fun to watch, something to keep you entertained, something to hit you in the feels, because yes, this show does hit you in the feels multiple times. It is very charming, very likable, very friendly, very easy to watch. However, I should warn you, one or two scary parts, which leads me to a segue into parental guidance part. I just like to do that. Fun. Parents, should you let your kids watch it? I mean, there's some action in typical Marvel fashion. I wouldn't say any of it's any particular brutal. A few mild cuss words here and there, and maybe one or two scary scenes. About it. So yeah, you know, I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, and with all that being said, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Let me know in the comments what kind of movies and shows you want me to review, and I will do my best to get those out for you guys. And this was my very first review, so hopefully it was tolerable. On for a bit, but yeah, like and subscribe for more, and I will. Peace.